It'll be easy, they said. Have you tried this? Let me know. What's up, y'all? It's Halo. I'm about to show you how to get these viral miracle knots. There are 4 different methods that you can use to attach that hair to yours. There are different ways, guys. I'm going to show you. Stay tuned if you want to see how it's done, okay? And if you haven't already, click that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to tell you, this took longer than I thought it would take. This was supposed to be easy breezy, baby, but it took a little bit longer, but less than what it would have taken with braiding hair, okay? Very convenient. So now I'm just going to go in and show you the hair that I bought for this style was from Hot Braids. It is in the color honey blonde or honey blonde, ash blonde. It is the 3A, 3B texture, which is inaccurate from my knowledge, okay? But still came out pretty cute. It's giving a kinky vibe. I was going for more of a curly vibe, less kinky, more curly, loose curl S-wave. I should have probably done Burmese, but this is the 3A, 3B exotic curl from Hot Braids. I love how soft the hair is. The texture was really pretty. The color came out really pretty. I always soak the hair in apple cider vinegar. So I'm going to go in and just separate the hair and make sure that I'm moving effectively. Being able to reach over and grab the hair is perfect. And so I'm doing a natural parting that you do for box braids or knotless braids, which is across the head from ear to ear, and then across the back of the head from ear to ear. I'm going to do 2 rolls at the back under my ear. I'm going for a bigger size. I'm going for a bigger size because I want less hair. Now, here's the thing. If it's a looser texture hair, like a S-wave, then you could do more and put less hair. Honestly, I could have probably put less hair with smaller braids, but the way this hair fluffs up, it is giving more of a kinky curly vibe. Across the back of my head, I'm going to do the 4 different methods of ways to add this hair into your head for your miracle knots. This first braid that I'm doing, I'm just adding the hair as if you would add braiding hair starting a knotless braid. Basically starting the braid with the hair so that the ends are curly and I don't have to add the hair to the ends of my hair. I can actually use this to create the whole braid, and that's what I did here. Then I'm going to go in, crochet the hair in, and if I can get it through the hook. Also, I noticed that people were having issues getting the hook through the braid. Baby, put the pointy part in the braid and then rotate the needle, okay? Put the pointy part of the needle through the braid first. Don't try to stick the whole needle through the braid. Put the needle in and then rotate it. Does that make sense? Okay, so that first braid, I just crocheted the hair through the braid and pulled one side of the hair through. If you need to rewind it to look back and see, then that might help you. This next braid I'm about to do, I'm going to go ahead and also add the braiding hair. I find that it was easier for me to grip and that it comes out a good length with what I was looking for. It did come out mid-back. Now, if I were to add the hair to the ends of my braid, obviously the hair would be longer. So if you want a longer look, go for that. And so now what I'm doing is just borrowing hair from the piece of weave that I added so that all 3 legs of the braid are similar in size. I'm not going for the most perfect braid because I know I'm going to be adding the boho hair and most of the braids are going to be covered. So I would say don't focus too much on the neatness of the braid itself because you won't be able to see it anyway. So what I did was add a piece of hair right there. I'm braiding one end and I left the other end out. I put it in my mouth to hold it. And so as you can see, I'm holding one end, I'm braiding the other end, right? And then when I get to the end of where I feel like the other half of that hair can be pulled out, I go ahead and pull it out. So now I have a piece on one side and a piece on the other side. Okay, so I added the hair, left one piece out, left one half of it out and braided it down the string and just pull the other half of it out. That's basically what I did there. So this next method, I am not adding braiding hair. I'm braiding my hair all the way down, and then I'm adding my weave to the end of the braid, which is what I've seen done a lot. But I noticed that a lot of y'all braids come out looking really skinny, and then you have this big bulk of hair toward the end of the braid, which is, if that's fine with you, you're okay with that, cool. So then I'll go ahead and crochet the hair straight through where I want the hair to be. This is the back row, so I did it a little low, the hair lower on the braid. You will see me later do it higher up on the braid towards the middle of my head. Now what I'm doing is just basically weaving, excuse me, I'm basically weaving the feather crochet hair through the braid all the way until the end of the string is covered, until all of the middle of the string of the crochet hair is covered. You see there's still string there, so I'm touching it to see how much string is left. There's more string. Okay, I'm just pulling it through, pulling it through, pulling it through. I'm gonna keep pulling that one end through until I get to, see there's a little string left. I'm gonna go ahead and keep pulling it through. I find that this is a cuter look because all of the hair is not on one side of the braid. You know, the mass, the bulk of the hair is going out on two sides. It gives you a more consistent look. And this one is the easiest one. You pull one end through, pull the loop through, and then pull both strands of hair through one loop. That's the easiest way to do it. Now, if you're a beginner, that's the most beginner friendly way to do it. And then after doing half of my whole freaking head, I was like, you know what? This was an accident, actually, which is weird because I know how to do knotless, and I ended up not doing this method. Basically, what I'm doing is adding the hair as if I were adding a regular boho hair, the bulk boho hair. I'm braiding, adding the hair, leaving one half out at the top of the beginning of the braid. And then when I get down to the end, I'm braiding it all the way down. And I'm going to add a piece, leave one half out, and keep braiding down. Now, this, I would say, is the most effective method when it comes to the consistency of the look in the braid. Because you can add the braid, you can have legs for the braid and have boho hair for the actual boho look. So what I just did was add a piece at the root, braid one half of it down, leave one half of it out. And then I did the same thing at the middle of the braid, right? When I get to the end, obviously there's braiding hair there from the other two legs, the halves that I left in, and I'm braiding it all the way down to the end. Honestly, if I go back and do this again, that's probably how I'm gonna do my whole head. That's the easiest way. I don't have to use that freaking crochet needle. And so if you're a braider, I feel like this is the method for you. If you're not a braider, go ahead and braid your hair and just crochet the hair in. So now you see me going in after, and this was before I got to that one I just showed you, but I'm just going in and filling in the roots part of my braid, just so I can get a fuller look. And you want to really navigate how much hair you have. I know I had plenty, so I wasn't really worried to run out. Whereas if you aren't really aware of how much hair you need, I would say to add the hair after you're done. And that way you don't run into that problem. Or start from the top of your head and work your way back. I hate doing that, but obviously sometimes you have to do it that way because you want to make sure you have enough hair. And so you see me here now, I'm just going in and filling in where I feel like it's a little skimpy at the root. I noticed that I really like pulling through one side of the hair like I'm doing here in the video, because obviously it gives you that fuller look. You have two strands on each side of the braid and it just looks better to me. And so guys, this is the finished result. Tell me, have you tried this miracle knot method? And if you tried it, if you made it to the end of this video, please subscribe, because obviously this helped you, right? And if you tried this style, what hair company did you go through? How long did it take you to do it? That's the real question. And how long did you keep it in? Do you still have it in? So I'm gonna update y'all on how this hair really do. Okay, this hot braid feather crochet hair, because it was not cheap, and this is not sponsored. So this will be a real, this will be an honest review. And y'all remember, don't let anybody in your head, girl. Okay, see you next time. Bye.